As individuals, we are strong, but as a community, we are powerful.
Tell me what you need, and I'll do what I can.
Who are we? MSI. Who are we? MSI. Who are we? MSI. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, this is your host with the most, ALANRUELAS, and welcome to our first episode with Get Going with MSI. I interview brothers and feature their stories because our stories are valuable. Who do we have here today?
Steve Santana.
Santana, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that rings the bell. Let's go ahead and check in. Steve Santana, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Brother Alan. How about yourself?
I'm doing fabulous. You know, we keep it real. We don't believe in perfectionism. We believe in being authentic and genuine. Now, with that being said, how are you really doing, Steve Santana?
I'm excited. I'm excited. It's Thursday. I got class today. I'm back in school. So
let's talk about that. Yeah, we are at a university, and let me tell you something. It is a beautiful thing to hear an alumni coming in to continue in school.
Yeah, Alan, you know what? It's been 11 years now. So it was difficult at first, but like everything else, right? I mean, you start a certain way, and it's week 5 now, and I'm eager to get back. So it's a good opportunity, you know, just not only for me, but also I have family. So just to see me go to school is amazing.
Yeah, no, for me personally, let's dive into that, because that's honestly why we're here today, because we need to start off with a bang. We need to do the representation factor, and you, if I'm not mistaken, are first generation.
Yes, Alan, I'm first generation alumni from class of 2011. Went to finance and accounting here at Mahalo Hall. Yeah, first generation student, EOP.
EOP,
yes,
let me tell you. That is a very valuable resource here alongside with MSI. For you personally, do you feel things would have been different if you weren't a part of EOP?
Absolutely. You know what? I was in high school. I was in AVID. So that transition between AVID through EOP and the Summer Bridge program was essential to me. At that time, MSI wasn't around. But I also believe that just like EOP, MSI would have been perfect for us. You know, just the scenarios from everybody that comes from a low socioeconomic background.
Yeah,
especially
bars. Those are facts, ladies and gentlemen. The value that comes from these programs, you just really can't compare. Now, Brother Steve, tell us. We talked about EOP, you know, your first gen, and everything in between. What does MSI mean to you?
MSI means something I missed at EOP, something that I feel was needed when I was a student. It literally breaks that barrier between trying to get to understand somebody from your own race through different generations. What I mean by that, in EOP, everybody was a first generation. Everybody was low income. So everybody had that same thing in common. What I like about MSI is that you break those barriers. You have students here that have parents that graduated, have parents that have their master's degree. And you have a combination of first generation students, so they could talk about their differences. They could see how you both are going through struggles, just in a different angle. So it's exciting to see that. Just see them in the space, see them talk about how the struggles from first generation, and see the struggles from students that have parents that are highly educated. The pressure is the same, just in a different angle. That's something that I didn't have in NOP, and when I joined the department, I'm like, this is amazing. The space provides that opportunity.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a first generation student as well, ladies and gentlemen. And for me personally, being a part of MSI has allowed me to grow. Transferring from my community college, let me just say, it gave me foundations, pillars, encouragement. And that's part of why we're interviewing you, because that is what Brother Steve makes me feel. I feel empowered. I admire Brother Steve from the bottom of my corazon, because I see myself in you. There's a lot of brothers who look for representation, like who do they look up to? And for me personally, every day when I walk in this building, the first thing I'm like, where's Steve? Because it is something of, it's very symbolic, if that makes sense. It's like you're the older brother. You know what I'm saying? Always there to guide, always there to hear, and always there to provide comfort. Because ultimately, being a man of color, there's a lot of barriers to break. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, when I go around and I see other brothers from different walks of life, sheesh, It's amazing. It's empowering. It is authentic. That's what we look for. We need more of that, right, Brother Steve?
I appreciate you, brother Alan. Honestly, you know what? All I want to do is be the resource. You know, be the resource I never had. Be the resource I did have. You know.
It's so funny because we appreciate Steve so much that we made a mural for him. Talk about that picture, Steve.
You know what? It's you know, I'm growing with you guys. It's I've been on campus 7 years. This is the first year within the Division of Student Affairs. So working with students is something new to me. You know, on my other department I did was just finance and accounting. That's what my history and my background is. So every time I just walk into the space, there's always something new, something new for me to learn also, which is very inspiring. And
it reminds me of like Home Alone.
Yes.
When you go in and like this is going on, the other thing's going on, someone's being like doing crazy stuff, and then one person's shouting, the other one's fixing problems, and everyone has like their own personalities and stuff. But it all makes sense.
That's exactly what it was. You know what? Coming from a very structured environment to an environment where you see so many capabilities. I see all the brothers in the space.
It's so talented, huh?
Exactly. So much talent that it's definitely inspiring.
Talk about Brother Roger.
Oh, yes. I mean,
Drop the mic.
Wow.
Talking about hitting vocals.
Yes.
He was like, oh, let me try. He was singing Sam Smith. We
Yeah.
had a standing ovation for him.
Yeah, you know what? They all surprised me in a certain way. And believe it or not, you guys are inspirational to at least to my upbringing. Like, you guys are part of the reason why I decided to go back to school after 11 years.
Oh, I didn't know this. That's nice.
Yes.
Tell us more.
Yes.
Oh.
I really thought that if I wasn't in the MSI space and I was still under the division of admin and finance, I would have not definitely got back to school.
Ooh, so what I'm hearing here is that MSI has influenced you too, pursuing that higher education, empowering yourself, and also using the resources around here.
Yes, you know what? It's amazing. So, our EOP counselor, Jeanette Hyder, she was actually my EOP counselor.
Let's say her name one more time. Jeanette L. Hyder.
Yes.
She is the one and the only. I call her the GOAT because she is full of wisdom.
Yes, you know, to be able to work with her now, you know, I was once her student, you know, and now to be able to work with her and be able to see her help all the brothers develop and grow up within their own fields is amazing. You know, we got programming by Brother George. We have the director, amazing Fatoshi.
Oh my gosh, Fatoshi is everything. Like, when I tell y'all, it is so important for our leadership to take time to hear us students. It is so valuable and crucial, not just for the self-esteem, you know what I'm saying? But also, it breaks that barrier where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm another statistic. No, they take the time to listen and actually get something done when it comes to your personal needs. That's important. Ladies and gentlemen, I just feel every single time that I'm able to talk to Fatoshi, Jeanette, George, or you, it allows me to feel safe.
Yeah, you know what, and that's big. And to be honest with you, that's just genuinely each person that is in this building. I mean, their intentions are indeed to get the best out of you, and that's what I've noticed also. Going back to your question about what does MSI mean to me, it's a sense of belonging, sense of brotherhood, sense of not only academically growing, but growing also as an individual, tapping into yourself.
I was actually watching a video when I transferred from my community college to over here, and this is like behind the scenes, y'all, because you know it has taken a lot. For everyone to be in this space right now, it has taken a lot, you know. So let's give flowers where flowers are. How does that saying go? Let's give credit where credit is due. There we go. But I like to give flowers for anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? So entonces, I saw a video of me saying, I'm ready to transfer. I'm ready to go and do what I need to do to continue to strive to become that leader that I am. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is a leader in their own way. Eventually, some way or another. Pero imposter syndrome, you know, this idea of like circumstances in life, you know, it, for us individually, me saying I'm proud of myself for being here today.
Yes, you know what, the ability to tap into yourself, and at least I learn right now in MSI, just being able to grow and learn from one another, not only helps you as an individual, but also that transition into your learning experience. And I've even felt that. I mean, there are certain things that I was not conscious of myself,
No,
that
yeah.
I've been slowly building through these gatherings along you guys, and just learning from one another, and becoming more self-aware of who I really am and my capabilities.
Yeah, when I tell you, Brother Steve came in one day with some soup, freshly cut. I was like, damn, this is the gentleman, this is the man, you know what I'm saying? When you see someone evolve, and I personally see people's potential, it was beautiful. It was something that, you visualize it, and you tell yourself, I'm like, wow, this person has potential. And all the brothers here have potential.
Absolutely.
It's about discipline, dedication. And let me stress one more time, perfection does not exist. So making mistakes, being your authentic self, not everyone's gonna like you, but as long as you're focusing on yourself, getting your degree, not hurting anyone, you're good.
Yes,
you know what I'm
you're
saying? So with that being said, let's go ahead and transition to our next topic right here. We have an anonymous question, but Diego doesn't want to be anonymous, so Diego Perez Colula asks, what's the one thing you want to teach your kids?
What's the one thing that I want to teach my kids? Great question, Diego. Right off the bat, just
I'm like, look at Diego.
Diego, I want to teach my kids the main thing: stay humble during the process. Basic principles, common courtesy. Common courtesy comes a long way. I want them to know that no matter where you go in life, what you do in life, those are universal. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Those you take with you. So I'll definitely start with the morals and basic principles. Common courtesy. I mean, I'm big on those morals. Everything else will follow if you keep those principles with you throughout life.
Yeah, talk to us about parenthood. How was that changed? And good response, brother. But we want to know, like, how was that transition to fatherhood, Brother Steve?
It's a learning process, to be honest with you. There is no book to parenting, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard that in the past.
Yeah.
I'm a living proof of it. As your kids are growing, you're growing with them. What I'm learning, I'm trying to apply. Thankfully, being in higher ed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit more understanding than my parents did. So I'm able to talk to them, communicate with them, respect their opinions also, while incorporating how I feel about the situation, Because at the end of the day, they're the writers of their books, I'm just here to guide them through the process. So, but yeah, it's evolving. I mean, I'm seeing my kids grow. My daughter's 12.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
My son's 9. So, there are different stages in life, but it's exciting to see them. It's exciting to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting to see them to see them allow me to be part of it, to ask me the questions, for them to feel comfortable asking me questions. I think that's a big step in parenting,
Yeah, talk about breaking generational trauma, right?
Yes.
Hey, let me just say, mic drop, boom, boom, boom. It's so important, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel like we're in the position, similar to how, believe it or not, us brothers, we have deep conversations.
Yes.
We take it to the next level because we're breaking barriers, and I feel like that's a common denominator every single day. Just us being here in the educational system, breaking barriers.
Yes.
But let me tell you, this idea of generational trauma is sometimes very rooted, and it's super hard. You gotta work extra hard to push yourself out of certain circumstances. I could advocate for myself just today, just yesterday, and the other day before. There's a lot of stuff we need to really have deep conversations, but also get action going.
Brother Alan, and you're doing it now, just you breaking the barrier and seeking higher education. You're starting that change. You're starting that change for the future, for the well-being of the next generations. And that's all we really want, I could relate as first generation. I could see the difference, just the approach that I take with my children. Completely different approach that what my parents would take out with me, is some of it is just language barriers. Some of it is they don't understand how to help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's really simple like that. Like, honestly, like, sometimes I tell myself, why overcomplicate it? It's real simple. Like, if you really sit down and you, like, it's simple. But it's very complicated. But it's simple. You know what I'm saying? And it's our job, you know, to work on ourselves and do the best we can. With or without people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, Brother Steve, one dream that you have that you would like to manifest out into the world. I would love to be able to hear that. To be able to conclude today's episode.
One dream. One dream for me at this moment would be something I didn't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to school after 11 years and having my kids grow, I would definitely want to see my kids see me graduate.
Gee, I want to see you graduate too. I'm like, hey, let's go.
See me graduate and continue to pursue higher education. Can't believe I'm saying those words. I mean, this would have never been.
And this is why I wanted y'all to hear Steve's story. There's more, obviously, but within 15 minutes, we got to make it happen. 15 and plus, because we're moving forward. Now, one of my dreams, Brother Steve, ask me the question.
What is your dream, Brother Alan?
Damn.
What is the dream?
Sheesh. I want to stay healthy. That's what I want to do.
Amen.
Yeah, I want to stay healthy and get my other passions achieved too.
That's the key. That's key.
Yeah, I want to stay healthy because you only got one life. And I'm working hard at it. I'll let y'all know more as we get in depth. Other passions, dreams, and aspirations. But the man of the hour is Steve Santana. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say Titans, but also MSI Brothers. We conclude today's episode, our podcast. And it has been an honor, a pleasure. See you every day. Let's continue to work hard. And let's get it rolling, man.
Thank you, Brother Alan, for this opportunity to share some of my stories with the entire Titan family and the MSI family. So I appreciate you, brother.
Let's get it rolling.
Yes.
See y'all soon, all right?
Bye, everyone.
Adios.